Ready? Hi, I'm Lily. I'm working at the West River Hills Med Tele. I've been with Christus for 8 years. And I'd like to share to you about my experience being a participant with this patient advisory council. At first, really, I did not know what to expect at all. But I was really glad to be able to participate in this program. Working with family members with these patient advocates was really a good experience because when we did all the simulation, what I really learned, it did validate what we're doing and how we treat our patients, our family members, are are the things that we should do, for them. And one incident that I should state is just simply listening to patients. It was Mindy who noticed me when I just knelt down and held my patient's arm and hands. And I didn't know that it really made a very good impact, a very big impact. That simple holding or just listening to our patients, just really means a lot to them. Being in the hospital is not a good experience. Nobody wants to be there. It's not only the patient who's really having a hard time, it's really the family too. Our patients are not only the patient in the bed, but also the family members. And I really believe that we should really take care of them as well. So this is one thing that I've learned. Normally we are really confronted with complaints, patients who are upset, who don't want to be in the hospital. I have I have learned this four letter word. It's called the heat, and this is how I do it. I normally hear the patient if they have complaints. You just have to be there, just listening to them. Really, really means a lot to them. Yes, it takes a lot of time, but I've noticed and I've learned that in the long run, the whole shift, it will really build a good relationship. The trust will be built there. Number one, as I've said, taking the heat, just listen to their complaints. After listening to them, E is to empathize, acknowledge, and then, acknowledge what they feel, their frustrations. And then A is to acknowledge that there's a problem. If they say, oh, nobody answers my call light, acknowledge that there's a problem, and then just don't ignore what they're telling you. And lastly, T is to take responsibility. So after knowing that nobody's answering the call light, you make sure that you will be proactive, taking care of the problem, and say, okay, ma'am, you know what? Just tell us again. If it is not addressed, we'll be here. I'll be here to answer your call light, and from there, you'll be able to. Sorry, can you cut that? Sorry.